know, how to handle a bye. So they know that they've been here multiple times. I don't think that rest would play a factor with them. I just got to see it. I got to see them beat before before I can believe it. And
Mhm.
the Texans, they put one good game together against the Chargers, um, but also the the discussion is and it's got to go. Herbert. We got to start asking questions and looking at Herbert's side eye now. Two of those picks were not necessarily his fault, but two of
Mhm.
Hey,
them were.
because
Um,
everybody's saying they were.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna say 4 picks just because that's how the stats go.
Yeah.
The one in Disley's hands, inexcusable.
Yeah.
Um, but he still had the 2 picks. It's it's time. It's it's past time. Now
Yeah.
he got to win. He's got to win. I think we've given him a nice leeway. There are some quarterbacks who are judged far harder than him, like my quarterback. Um, but
Bless.
yeah, I just think that we need to. It's time for him to win one. It's time for us to see him, elevate to that next level. He's got a good coach now, so hopefully they can get him some weapons on the outside. I don't know what their cap situation is, but maybe a T Higgins, maybe somebody like that can come in there and help them at least get to the divisional round.
Mhm.
Yeah, 100%, man. I love it. All right, let's get to our next question real quick. Our next question is, and Nina's gonna appreciate this question.
Oh
Let's
boy.
see.
I feel like I know which one
should
it
the
is.
should the Eagles be afraid of the Rams? That's the next question. Should the Eagles be afraid of the Rams?
I think anybody playing in this next matchup should be afraid of each other. I don't think anyone should sleep on each other. The Eagles, from what I see, the fan base is a little, they definitely got their chest pumped out, but they have to understand that Sirianni has never won a Super Bowl. McVay went to the Super Bowl at 32 and won it in 34 at the age of 34. So you're facing off a coach that's been there and done it, and you're facing off with a QB that's been there and done it. So I wouldn't say that the Eagles should be afraid. I think the Eagles should not underestimate the Rams is what and I'm we've won 2 championships, one in St. Louis, one in LA a few years ago. I'm very, very humble about the team. I've seen what they've done. I know what they can do. I'm not going to say the Eagles should be afraid because I don't think that Rams should be afraid of the Eagles. But I do feel like both of them should not underestimate each other. And I think both teams should have a mutual respect to know that they're there for a reason. The Eagles are
Yeah.
there because they played lights out and because they did. And the Eagles has a power offense, power defense. They've got their own set of weapons, and so does the Rams.
I love that. I love that. Well, down south, should the Eagles be afraid of the Rams?
No, not afraid. Obviously, Nina, you hit it right on the head when you said respect. We respect the Rams because how can you not respect the Rams? Like you said, Stafford is proven, McVay is proven that receiving core is can be dangerous. What it ultimately comes down for me is just first how wild card weekend went. Y'all did blow out the Vikings, right? And we kind of struggled on offense. So we're coming into this thing, it, and they say that they don't hear the noise, but a lot of our wins come with scrutiny. This one is not, any different against the Packers. They're coming in saying, "Oh, we can't win the Super Bowl. Our offense, is not good enough to get to even the NFC Championship." So, it's a lot of bulletin board material where even though we won, it was kind of like, a backhanded kind of compliment. Everybody, respects our defense, but they don't really respect our offense just because we haven't really outside of Saquon going off for astronomical numbers, we don't really light it up in the passing game unless we absolutely have to. I'm excited about the matchup. We match up really well, um, especially with our offense going against that young defense. 9 sacks is crazy. Whenever you can get 9 sacks in a game, that's
That's
nothing to sneeze at. I don't care who it is. But with that being said, the I think the biggest tell from last week is that we looked the way we look offensively, and we were still able to win convincingly. Now, with that being said, the Packers were hurt. Um, nobody wants to hear that in the playoffs. Everybody is a little banged up, right?
But in all
Uh,
fairness, we can say Jalen Hurts wasn't 100% healthy,
there
but
you
yet a
go.
win is a win, and he got it
There you
done.
go. There
So
you go.
very
both
true.
both QBs were not 100%.
hmm
Right.
That's right. Right. So for us to look how we look for periods of that game, especially offensively. And the score could have been worse if Saquon didn't gracefully bow out at the end. So, how could you not go into this game not feeling good on both sides? As an Eagles fan and a Rams fan, should be a really good contest.
Yeah. And my take is man, this is such a team. This is such a great, like, both sides of the ball. Like, they both have explosive offenses. They both have good running backs. Both have good double wide out. I mean, that was the game that I actually circled. I'm like, I gotta pay attention to it because, yeah, Quinion Mitchell can lock down one, but he can't lock down two. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Right.
yo, how is this gonna all play into Vic Fangio's scheme on how to lock down two dominant wide receivers? And that was a concern for me. And then you got a young, defensive line, and them boys play hard. And that was one of the games that I was really interested in seeing. And now we get to see it again. So I mean, there's a number of ways of this thing going. I'm just hoping that it doesn't come down to a field goal and that we have to be the ones to kick it. like as long as we stay composed and like having to keep this game in control, I can see us winning. But let's not sleep on the Rams either. I mean, the Rams could definitely put numbers up quick. And what my fear is they put up the numbers quick in the first quarter. And so if
Yeah.
they do that, I think that the Eagles could be in trouble as well.
Yeah, and that's what you have to worry about, because I think the momentum and the drive for the Rams right now, again, just like you had said earlier, the Chiefs have already been there, done that. So have the Rams. They know what this tastes like. They know what it feels like. And I think right now they're hungrier. They're even more hungry because of the disasters and what's going on in LA. So if they come out the gate on that first drive with momentum, it's going to be hard to stop them. Whether there's rain, snow, it doesn't matter. None of that's going to affect it. These boys
Yeah.
are from all over, so the weather is not going to be a factor. They're fighting for LA right now. They're playing for LA.
Real quick. So we have will Nick Morrow help the Eagles? Will Nick Morrow help the Eagles with the linebacker replacement of Kobe Dean? Kobe Dean? Just a yes or a no.
Nah.
Okay.
I see him as more of a special teams.
Oh, what's going on, Ken Pat Talk? Oh yeah, Ken Pat Talk's in the house. He said good stuff. Yes, sir. Let's see this one. We got who will be better? Who will be the better MVP this Sunday, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen? Ooh, that's a good question.
That's gonna be a good match.
It's gonna be a good game.
We got a couple more minutes, guys. You guys want to take that one? Anybody?
That definitely is going to be a good game to see, because the Steelers and the Ravens game was a really good one, and Lamar was playing phenomenal in all cylinders. So he looks like he's came in for the MVP chase really bad for the playoffs. He turned the switch. You saw Mark Henry run, and all the receivers are going all for it. So it's going to be a good game.
They're actually built pretty similar offensively. I mean, obviously, it's only one Henry, but Josh Allen and Cooks, they're a pretty good dynamic duo on the ground, and there aren't any big name wide receivers on either side. They kind of focus on the tight ends.
Guys, I'm
both
frozen.
units.
Oh, we can still see you. You're moving.
You're moving now. You were just really going in and out.
When teams are kind of evenly matched like this, it's just gonna come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes. Both quarterbacks
Right.
have been playing out of their mind for the majority of this. Really, all roads led to this. This is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the best teams in the NFL, especially on the AFC side, go against each other to see basically who's going to get their chance to go up against the Chiefs. So I'm excited
Yeah.
about this one.
Yeah, me too. Just real quick, I'll touch on that. Lamar Jackson is playing out of his mind. He actually has a running back. His name is Derrick Henry. That's going to help him. And that's just all it. Josh Allen is. I call him a one-trick pony. It's just Josh Allen right now. It's a Josh Allen show. So if he can't contribute the ball the way that he needs to this weekend, he could be in trouble. Here's another one from Kim Pat Talk. Great matchup with the Rams defense and the Eagles all line. I think Nino appreciate that. There's gonna be a great matchup with the Rams defense versus the Eagles all line. Yeah, I mean
that might decide the game.
Let's hope
yeah.
so.
And defensive line, right?
Hopefully not a kid.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes left. Guys, keep putting it in the chat. I appreciate you guys on TikTok following. Thank you for all the stuff in the chat. Sorry, I can't. We usually don't talk to the TikTok chat, but yeah, keep following us. You can follow us on YouTube. If you follow us on YouTube, we'll be able to get to your questions and stuff like that. But follow us there. But yeah, if you guys didn't know where to find them, they have their names right there. That's where you can find them on Instagram. You can find them on YouTube. And yeah, follow Nina. Go follow Nina. She has great panels on her chat. Go follow Down South Philly. Man, that boy be talking all kinds of crazy stuff on there. What did they say? What do you say on the end of yours? It says she don't want a puppy, she want a big dog, huh? Like PG, right? Yes, sir. Yeah, so go follow him as well. Obviously, you know where to find me. But last one, because we only got 2 minutes left. I'll answer this real quick. Who has the edge and the better offense, the Commanders or the Lions? Obviously, the Lions, real quick. Obviously, we'll all agree with that, but don't count out the Commanders. Last one. You guys see any upsets this weekend? Before we take off, we got like 2 minutes. Do we see any upsets? Is there or are all the home teams going to win? Who do we see upsetting? Go ahead, Nina.
There's definitely going to be a few upsets. I see the Rams 100% upsetting the Eagles.
I would say, man, you can't count out you can't count out the Commanders, man. They it's not a foregone conclusion.
Yeah. With the defense that the Lions have lost, I can see the Commanders coming up with a sneak win, and you guys may have to face the Eagles may have to face them in the playoffs when it comes to it.
The only reason why I don't see that, though, is because they've got more weapons coming back. They've got Montgomery coming back.
Yeah.
So the Lions is getting healthy at the right time.
I mean, it's going to be a long shot, definitely.
Yeah.
But if it's one that I could, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. It'd be a huge upset, though.
Huge.
If you're gonna attack that defense again, you gotta attack them, right? Like they're hurt. They are getting some key pieces. But if Jaden Daniels is going to do something, Scary Terry going to do something, they got to do it off the gate. Like let's not make this a game, because if you make it a shootout, I don't think Jaden got it in the shootout with Goff and all his weapons. You know,
I don't know. That's neither one of these teams punt. These kickers might be two of the most well-rested kickers in the NFL.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Hey, well, I thank you guys. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you, Down South. Thank you, Nina. You know, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Dice. And yeah, that concludes today. We'll be back next Wednesday with 2 other guests. Hopefully, we could get these guys coming back again and to shoot some more content for you guys. But I appreciate every one of you guys. And yeah, tune in for the good stuff that's coming next. See you guys.
Bye.
Go Birds.
Go.